Cool. Don't talk about the hovers. And that's why Urgot gets locked in the end. Not as exciting, of course.
I don't know. I feel like Urgot has been kind of stealing the show a little bit at MSI.
Kirby, bring it up.
Definitely been.
Baits it. Archer goes in. He gets a smite. He gets level 2. As Maple's in a bit of trouble as well. Bin's come down. He shocks him into all the charm. Is the start orb of deception as well? Because Knight hit 2. Ebb and flow as Bin's goes in, but the flag and drag gets a knock-up. You want to fight BLG early. They'll get down and dirty with it. First blood.
Around. He's got his ultimate ready, so nobody wants to get anywhere close.
Yeah, I mean, the BLG will get Dragon, but honestly, I've been kind of impressed with Junja. He's done a good job of protecting his bot side camps. Yep. Takes Grump, so you can't actually get the camp that's safest for BLG to take. Now he gets his Wolves. He'll get to Moonlight, right? Yeah. Working up towards his murder book. He's renowned for it in the LPL. We'll have to see how many stacks he'll be able to get.
I think they can find it, don't they? I mean, On's not level 6. Betty's going to run on in. They just used a lot. Handshake now missing. Twisted Advance is there. Elk gets flashed. Bramble smashed on. He's going to get into the bailout, though. Ignite's down, but no trade. He's down. Junja one auto away. On flashes for it, but he's committed another kill over to PSG. A winning trade thanks to that ward. I don't care whatever Dagda said. Everyone forget it. I hate logic. Woody running in. Wow, maybe not logical there. The timing he thought with Dragon was okay, but he now flashes away, almost getting caught out while Dragon was the trade for the Grub exchange top.
Are they going to go for a dive up here? Because they've got a roam from Knight. Knight and Shun working in tandem.
Versatility of BLG is also something to highlight here, but it's 3 members in the wave. Look at those little minions, not long for this world. They don't care, they still dive regardless. Arja flashes away and buys time, which is great, but Knight hits the charm. All out in the end. Bin tanks up the last turret, and he's okay. From downtown, though, is Junja with a reverse. As a flash from Elk goes in, fate sealed out. And now the re-engaged Knight has TP down. The charm hits. Hostile takeover. BLG are insane. On tries to run forward for the reset, but eventually Knight does the same. Maple survives.
I thought Maple was going down with the extra phase rush speed running under the tower. He tries to go back to mid lane. Don't get hit.
He's going to get hit, isn't he?
He has the flash, he has the ult. I don't think you're getting away from this Maple.
Just
there he goes.
About it. Where is he? Flash Cataclysm, the absolute
lane swap earlier, come back to bite them though. That tower very, very low, but there's a lot of PSG members
Speaking
here.
of which, Elk is low. He took under turret. Shun goes to the back line. They're trying to kill Betty. Knight goes in as well. They're teleporting in. This is so ambitious, but BLG get the reset. Now for Maple to run on in. Knight flashes away and disengages while the rest of BLG found their mark. How are they winning the fight? It looks so janky, so weird. Even bit in the top side. Solo kills.
Cross map ace as Bin finishes up his solo bolo. They're going to get 2 turrets after that. And guess what? That's just going to be an avalanche of gold. Wave. Bin easily pushing on bottom as well as mid lane dodge on the skill shots here. Maokai ultimate goes out, but
they're out. Fate's call. Saves on as well. Actually, could turn into a
ward here through their jungle for PSG, so they can try and rotate to catch.
All in. Betty, do you want to do this? Maybe he does with Junja in as well. Tidal wave as well. Dodge on his dead. Elk is up next. He's about to go into ulti. The bailout's there, but no one there for the reset, and he dropped. The 2v2 of BLG is being bailed out now by Might. In the mid lane, Maple's going to drop on down. Knight, excuse me, takes the...
Yeah, it's definitely BLG skipping steps and trying to play through sides, but this is something that's been happened a lot. It's happened again.
On, he's going to hostile takeover, and again, saving the day is Shun. Betty takes it as Cataclysm jumps on down. You can see Bin teleported in, and Maple is stuck in the Aerodome. Knight with the Spirit Rush over, wants to go part 2 onto Junja. The charm connects his Ari as clean as ever as Bin shows up to the party. The turret got dropped on down as Junja running for his life, but Knight's flash orb is great, and even if the bottom lane's not working that well, the rest of the map is.
This time around, BLG are ready for the counter in mid lane, and not only do they win the fight, they also get 2 towers.
They are coming alive here. BLG able to...
Yeah, nice push back there from Bin. And Bin now going to find himself
in a 1v2, 1v3, but he separates it. Never mind, numbers don't matter, because Bin, as he brawls Maple over the wall, Shun is here to answer. His Cassante, what I remember from last year as well, as Arja's caught in this too. PSG is separated. No one is working together as a team right now in PSG as they get torn apart in front of the Baron. That's an easy move for BLG.
Yeah, even though we generally see Bin tend towards the bruiser tops, he still looks sick on the Cassante whenever he brings it out.
That's gonna be a dream steal. No way they actually pull this one off. BLG are gonna secure the No, they're so far behind in this game, they have to keep on just kind of rushing.
Flag and Drag starts us off. This could be the fight that just leads into the enemy base at this point. Junja is getting soloed out by Elk. He has to turn for the engagement. Culling's helping out, but Elk at max range, never mind. On flashes in to Illusion. He sends out the takeover. Elk goes over, and he's bailed out. On is an animal. Knight picks up the tails of the Ari, and Shun just sends in the Thunderdome for a third time.
Yeah, and they have Baron, so they're immediately going to destroy your base as well.
Is that just
BLG!
No way. For what felt like a sloppy game, PSG adaptations, PSG
Absolutely mid, and they had one fumble where they end up just overextending on mid-wave and PSG punished, but straight after, it's just stuff like this.
How to get free stacks, part 1. Knight says, hey, tune in for my next book. It's going to be another page. But he's running for his life. It's a 3-level difference between him and Knight. And as he charges down, this is a reason why probably this pick won't be available for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back to the cross-map ace play plus 2 towers and see the turning point there. That's where they really just exploded the game. BLG still with a little bit of this Baron buff. They've got another minion wave's worth with 30.
Alive and look for picks, look for plays. So he just continues to keep the pressure up on PSG Talon.
And look, Bin just being a Giga Chat once again. He just runs in. That TP was gorgeous. Maple is knocked back and too far forward. Bin just says, I'll take it. Runs in under turret. Does he care? Ask him. Look at him. Watch him. He just takes 4 turret shots and not a piece of damage inside. Elk sends on for the handshake. Perfect. Shun was expecting him to run back, but as the hostile takeover reaches max range, BLG are once again in PSG's base. It felt long with the amount of skirmishing, but 21 kills, 25 minutes. The tournament favorites looked strange in the early game, but are still so good at outclassing their opponents and smacking them with their wallets.
And they were still ahead too in the early game. Well, this was kind of one of the OGs at that.
Okay, that's game. That's you know, for Maple, that's very gutsy. In a matchup versus Knight, I think we kind of remember, you know, Orient
is a little bit dangerous.
Are they just going to go for on, though, is the big question, because there is an opportunity. Oh, wait, Ashu!
Oh, the Ren's in as well. It brings the game sound back, and with the blood on is dead, you're right. He's going to be a trade, but a minion kills him in the end, so first blood, no, like, maybe I don't have to. He's thinking about going back in with On and Knight now moving up. Knight is level 4 as well. Flag and Drag doesn't connect, but good damage here from the dissonance. The splash away from the handshake was good. Now the heal for the re-engage. Tundra trying to slow down, but the sapling is out of range. As meanwhile, Betty versus Ben. He's punching again, and he gets the auto. Giga Ben has debuted at MSI.
Ben was so ready for that one. Goes up against the wall and immediately flashes, gets his auto off, gets the kill under tower.
And again, it's these little things going in BLG's favor in the early stages. Game 1, it was that kill in the river. Game 2, now you're getting these leads, but Ben finds Woody.
Look at the Fury as well. He's close. He's slice and dices, gets the upgrade, gets out of the Aqua Prison as well.
Oh no!
Culver Megan with On's help. It's another kill. The Croc is snapping.
And he came home and caught Woody. I didn't realize that was a problem I had to contend with in lane swaps. If you get a bounty as a top laner.
True. Not something we're used to. Sorry guys, I'm just gearing up because every time we look towards mid, Knight is like leveraging the fact that he might flash again. Lane phase going well. As speaking of Arja showing up, the all-out going to be used onto Elk, but he's squishy now as he tries to kite back. Elk trying to kite away himself. Arja plays the patient. The flip back as well. Elk ties to a solo kill. Arja gets him back.
This game is revenge.
A fight's happening again, isn't it? Yes, it is. On's running in. Knight has Shockwave over Dragon. Who's going to die? Aqua Prison kited away from his Knight. EXP bar getting closer here as both junglers might time level 6 at the same time.
Yep. Now now Shun knows that he has smite advantage for the blue, so Shun's going to be able to take away the blue while Elk and On.
Here we go, 2v2 dive. We talked about this. Handshake out. Woody is going to burn down. Auto through Ignite picks as well. Elk under turret finds his mission as Cataclysm burns. Level 6 hit first from Shun. You very smart analyst talking about that level gap. It forces the flash.
They're trying to isolate on this bottom side. I thought they might continue to go for Betty, but they're going to just back away, happy with the turret plates until Betty and Junja are still here. You don't win this! You don't win this!
You have no mana. Waiting out for the dash is easy. Elk style. Winning out in standard lanes. They talked about it on the desk, and I think we all mentioned it. It looks so hard to beat as Culling comes through. The tidal wave between Woody in trouble as On takes some turret shots. Archer TP down. They're going to try and find this lane, but they're like, nah, let's take Woody with us. The bailout there. On survives a little bit longer as Elk's now just like, get me Betty, get me the kill. He won't find it. And it's classic BLG again.
It takes 4 members from PSG. And now Dragon's starting for BLG. Knight going to push out mid before he joins, but On has the ultimate if they want to. Betty stepping very far up here.
Yeah, for the wave dangerous. I like that you pointed out. On is running in. He's got flash available and the hostile takeover. Shun's angle now perfect. Shun just like, maybe I have the angle on him, but as the culling comes through, it's used all for naught as flag and drag out. This is a good counterplay from PSG, but now with Berserk hostile takeover, maxing range. Woody's one shot away because Knight TP'd in to save the day. The handshake might be cleansed, but Betty still drops on down. Other than another counter. For this support, definitely a core member of BLG from this series alone. Flag and drag is starting off yet another fight. Bramble smash for the disengage, but you look at what's happening bot. Mabel getting zoned under turret. Shun is now gearing up for another flag and drag with the orb on top. They're about to make this the dome of control. Junja twisted advances out, but Knight finishes the kill. It's a nice setup as a flash away from Shun to get away from the ultimate from Maple, but as he flies through, he's interrupted. The disrespect there, and Maple thought he could channel and get the time, but again, Knight won't let him.
On the top side, though, Bin ends up falling to Aja, who gets the solo bolo there. So you get one win for BLG, one back for PSG, but now what happens in mid?
Turret's going to go down. Culling comes out to try and stop it, try to delay it as Elk just deals with the wave, but Betty's standing there. Down goes Shun again. A handshake back as he trades his life, but Elkin on will be waiting as always. In this game, the early gameplay was sick, and that one as a Mastercard latest economy snapshot pops up. Gives a bit of gold back to Archer.
Yeah, and we have a...
Runs away. That's lucky for the time being, as the poke from Elk would have finished off in one shot at this point, but an inner turret going down and almost a 10k gold lead. I'm blinking again, and I shouldn't, because though my eyes at 17 minutes, the game feels like it's done once more.
Nice, he needs to get away.
The Nature's Grasp might catch him out. He flashes for max range, but he's not out. The shockwave in return is built different as PSG find the pick to open up the handshake. Good though, but Shun now isolated. The flip back sets up for the team fight as Aurelian's on the back line as the new target has been. He's taken on the world. He'll burn down two. PSG are getting numbers here in this fight.
Upside. But I think it's a case of like shove in this wave mid, shove in top, and then look for the Rift Herald as well. Because yes, PSG
play where they're going to Hexgate actually.
They see it though, they see it. Hang on, it's a bait, it's a ruse, it's a hostile takeover. It's a bit of a schmooze. The pullback from Archer though is good as Maple's ulti is isolated. It's great. It sets up for the kill on Elk. BLG thought they had this in the bag, but again in this same place, PSG are winning the fight, but the turnaround is there. Archer on top of Knight is soloing him out while Betty and Woody are now feeling themselves onto on next. BLG are throwing it all away in the same place again. PSG are resilient. They will carry on and they'll find another fight.
Hexgate! The fact BLG all in.
As a hero, the Cassante, level 15. He's going to go down mid lane. The rest of the squad here finishes up this tower, and they got it!
Again, Knight gets caught on out. The ulti's perfect from Maple. He's burning for his life, and he gets hit by a tree to drop on down.
The flash as well, burnt by Knight, is huge. That means in the next fight, they can just turn and burn again, and now everyone on PSG starting to come en masse. You can see the Callista's trying to come across, so at the moment, PSG gonna back it up. Dragon in 30 seconds though, PSG. Is it towers or is it Dragon? What are you looking for here?
Like it's gonna be the tower for the time being. They zone off as Elk comes through, pokes out Betty, but the zone control continues. Culling comes out, Fate's Call gonna be used. Elk sends him in, or rather On sends himself in. Hostile takeover is gonna land as Maple can't dodge away, but Betty does. Archer TP's in under turret and has no fear. This Cassante carrying the game further as an inner turret drops on down.
Are Jat's cards actually gonna be right? That one pull from Shocks coming back to bite BLG right now.
Flies out. The Fate's Call also used handshake out. Archer with a beautiful angle. The skies will fall, and with that damage that comes over, BLG has slowed. They're burning down on in the middle of it as well. Ulti's out before he dies, but still dies. Tidal wave through the middle as the culling is flushed away from Finn. But PSG are 7 minutes on top of that, but they're finding a fight now. The singularity down again. The damage from Maple is really piling up.
Renekton isn't here. He's about to TP in. They're going to try and look for the play on this. They know
Shun flushes in. He gets a flag and drag, but Betty flushes out, and it's countered. Maple gets down the BLG jungler as they just drop here. We come back to live. Shun's not there to smite still. BLG won't take a 4v5 with everything they tried to commit with the mid push. So Baron again, and for the first team, and PSG getting closer to picking up their own game in this series. Teleport under turret. It's a great ulti, and Maple's angle even better than tidal wave. Combos so nicely. One thing you can rely on PSG for at MSI is their team fighting.
Oh, that was disgusting! PSG! They've done it! They've done it! They're gonna push on mid with the Baron buff here!
Can it end? I mean, if they find another kill, maybe they're still going forward regardless with the Baron buff and inhibitor down. What's next?
You still have Shockwave for that wave. That's what Knight needs to try and get in. He's going to try and get the ball, but
Maple's jumping in. He knows a scaling stun. Junja flies through. Twisted advantage. Shockwave comes through, but it's only one man onto Archer. It means nothing. BLG had this game, this series point in the palm of their hand. The disrespect, the overcommit, and PSG are waiting to punish. One Nexus turret will drop, the next follows suit, and the Spring Kings of the PCS have arrived to the main stage.
what a performance from PM!
Again, crowd simmer down. Guys getting baited in, there's no way. I mean, as Dagda said, Arja on tank duty on something that can role play, I think, is what helped them win last game. That's how came in, and Betty and Woody had priority in this bottom lane.
Yeah, should be the trade for the Void Grubs getting started up there by Shun, the Wukong. And the extra experience off Void Grubs going to be quite nice for getting the Wukong to level 6. Shun then look for his flash play. Flash plus level 6 is really your first like fun moment for Wukong here for jungle. You really get to have some influence, and unfortunately for Maple, he might be a target with having used his flash offensively on the bottom side. You know, it's either mid summoner spells here too to outplay, and so wave about to crash.
But low mana bars, what's gonna do it? Looking for the level 6, heal comes through, Junja matches, and the flash comes through, the cease and desist. First blood for PSG. Junja on the back end looking for the next trade as plate's taken. Junja about to die, he flashes on in, runs on in, On's out in the meantime, and Junja oversteps. Knight for the trade-off as Maple now rolls on in.
Then they rotate him on over to the mid lane here.
Elk mid now for the time being, though. There's a lightning crash down there, flash on top, and Elk gets taken out by Betty. We go back to that head-to-head record, and Betty starts styling again.
I will not take top camp.
Yeah.
I will not go and take my next turn. I will sit in this bottom side and make sure Betty and Woody get to play however they want. Elk has just got the reset now in that bot lane. He did get the static shiv, but the dragon has already been taken.
And like, there's a lot of questions online and both by the desk and even the casters about like, what was the best lane setup coming into this series? In standard lanes, no doubt, BLG have been thwarted through bot. The fact that Junja's adaptation was so big, you can see the trade-off is going to be this top side for Grubs, but it's just crazy.
Around the lanes, but now on Dirty the business end of a punch.
Forward as well, cease and desist is up and it locks down. This 80 carry flushed away from the Aqua Prison, and fear beyond the death and the death of BLG in this game 3.
Reset, make sure that there's nothing that BLG can get on the counter punch as PSG get the bot lane
back up. They also do have the 6 Void Grubs for split pushing to acquire a
shard for Elk.
Yep.
He's kind of firing on all cylinders as well.
But let's see, is that movement still going to be punished? Betty just runs on in and ultis up, cease and desist on Elk again. Caught on out as he flashes over. Betty's feeling the series. Pop Blossom comes up as well, and Shun's ulti's negated. PSG are taking everything from the LPL favorites in a split second. MSI 2024 is
on the international stage here, and allowing
trying to force plays into this bottom side, but you just do not belong in that area.
BLG, we come back to reality, and suddenly this double mid push turns the play back on its head. Steps up, good poke onto Betty. Knight doing the same, culling, brings it off of Maple. Flash, finds out, Tangle Buff is flashed out of in response. Shun gets an engage and Maple's down. Archer, we're hyping up the PCS. There's starting to be this pick potential that we're going to work with for BLG.
Yeah,
Aqua Prison onto Junja. Seismic shove there. You cannot sleep for a moment.
Plus they're going to get outer tower.
And now the perfect time for the reset as well, because as you shove in
the Lulu to back him up.
Shun is frontlining for the time being. Seismic shove away. Arja gets caught on up with the pebbles in the way. Junja flashes, but it's on the clone. Maple can't get in. He's ulted. Nothing. No flash on the Nico Hurts as a seismic shove. It's gorgeous. PSG, it's only one mistake. But BLG there waiting. As Betty gets in the back line, the wild growth might bring the fight back. But Shun, double cyclone. It's enough. The golden left hand is still ready and willing. Woody is the remnant of this hope from the PCS. But again, we close our eyes, we open them once more, and BLG are back on.
And that's going to be Baron. They ace-thieved.
And it's PSG that are deceased.
Dragon Soul.
Okay, if they get Cloud Soul, we're back in the swing of PCS as Shun jumps on in looking for the steal at 2k, 1k. It goes down, Knight took it. running on in. PSG now, do they fight? Do they look for BLG's window as Betty runs forward again? This Zeri is everything here as Cullen comes through. Junja is the new target. He's running away. The Vine needs to be healed up. But Redemption does it. But Sean's in. Cyclone again. Backline. They're all together. Maple's too late. The mid laner from PSG saw it, but it's too damn late.
They're teleporting mid lane as well. They're going to go straight for the inhibitor tower, chasing down Ajas.
I called them resilient. I called the PCS a surprise, but BLG, you can never doubt them. The aggression continues. Ben runs forward, ends his life. The ace, the open base, and BLG smack PCS in the face.
BLG, they find their moments. Once they get that one fight, that one opportunity, they completely blow open the game. And PSG Talon are left dizzy as the base is taken.
What resilience in the early game, but it's thrown back at them. The Nexus is still there. It's still BLG's. They're back. And now on that.
6 shots. Okay, we get that.
Okay.
We finally get the lock-in.
Oh.
They finally pull the trigger. The vein that has been hovered all series long finally locked in here.
Repeat this one. Bin now zones him off. 4 members here. How clean will the dive? Kobe asks the question, shall we receive? He buys time, pushes back, and the damage ain't there. On takes 2 turret shots, almost dies. They're going to rinse and repeat, and now as Shun gets healed on up, he tanks the turret, and First Blood goes over to Bin for the response, but Woody's roam mid. Knight's in a bit of trouble. He's going to be flared up, slowed down, autos. Betty and Woody are absorbing so much themselves. 3 plates now for this top side.
But Asha is going to hit level 6,
Yep.
have Ghost, and Bin is just going to lose his mind because there's nothing he can do about it. Especially, yes, he got the early kill, but Aja has been able to get the CS, get the gold. He's able to answer for a lot of that. I'm going to try and stop the resets.
Junja holds on to the ulti, but Ben ghosted off that as well. He's scared. He's trying to kite and condemn down, but Permafrost Glacial Prison. True shot barrage. Woody's range in, he flashes, gets the kill, and
the biggest problem I've had is that most of my games I've seen a low economy Vayne top, and I feel like I'm getting to see a very similar story here, as now Terrors will be traded on both sides of the map, but Void Grub's going to be spawning on the top half of the map sooner in favor of PSG Talon.
Has the level advantage on the top laners, and you're the team that has the mobility of a Talia here towards the later stages. That could do a lot for some split push power.
plus Essence Flux for Betty as well. Very good split pushing mechanic, not only turret pushing mechanic here in the mid game.
Also, health chipping mechanic is on.
Yep.
Nicely demonstrated.
Those team fights, but PSG, I just have to say, they're racking up so many objectives, so many double.
Where PSG Talon can look to try and utilize the fact they have control over mid. Elk.
Quickness.
On him.
Oh, stops it, interruption with the knock-up as well from the grand entrance. Maple's got nowhere to go. Knight comes in and giving gold to the hero of BLG is exactly how you start.
And it's just going to be that trade. Bottom side for PSG, for top side over there for BLG. Of course, if you have the Rift Herald, you usually get a way harder push.
TP from Ice just into this bottom side to try and defend it. A lot of members of PSG, though, Shun hiding to see if PSG overextend.
Knight flashes though, it's Maple rather, but Knight's now fully committed. Permafrost 1 and flashing for it, Junja under the turret, but not enough damage, they all come in. Junja about to die though as Shun gets the trade. Now Vault Breaker's out of here, but the rest
I wouldn't be surprised to see immediately Maple collect his bot wave and another attack onto the tier 2 come through from PSG.
And BLG with their gold lead. Let's see about the mid prio as well, as all the pings are coming out. Jinjia.
Elk could be in trouble. He's trying to dodge everything. He's got double summoners available, but it's a full collapse. Arge's position is great, but the feathers fly out, but Elk's still targeted. And look at this Cassandre, but he commits, he goes forward, and Shun is saving Private Elk. PSG committed hard for that. Their top laner dead. The play stymies a little bit more as Junja looks for the final kill onto Elk. He continues chasing.
I think that's going to be it, as they can't chase into the darkness too quickly. Jinjia's still sniffing around though. Number
No
one's
way.
going down.
Oh my God!
They got him!
Captain Junja, meanwhile, finds a pick where none existed, but the turnaround as Shun held onto the ulti. Knight comes in, gets a kill. Woody exemplified there with the trade.
Oh, Betty's messing around with a Vi as well.
EP being burnt. This is getting chaotic real fast. We're going into the drenches as BLG have to get away. Arja running forward, gets the slow Maple with the seismic shove on dodges. Great little quickness, or rather, shielding done to get out of the way.
But it's
huge. True Shot Barrage can help out for the poke as well. It's not going down as quickly as you'd think. The True Shot Barrage flying through hurts Elk. There's the front to back starting off. As On has the quickness to get out there. The Baron is on PSG's side. The poke reigns supreme. And now PSG have a leash Baron in front of them. They're hitting down, looking for the fight. Betty goes forward, but Baron at 2K going down. Bin's angle. Sean, whoa! He can't steal it. PSG being given a lifeline. Bin goes into the final hour. Junja gets hit. Knight ulti hits one. It's Woody. He may have saved the game, but he's poked out two. The range insane. Betty still winning the fight. Arcade shit. Insane. Betty, goddamn. We're going to game 5, aren't we?
Betty and Maple, they take over, and PSG are gonna destroy BLG!
BLG come at PSG from every single angle. They had to defend themselves. They had to land every shot. And Betty likes those odds as they start to move forward. On watches as structures fall in his face.
Oh my, that Baron was a death trap for BLG.
For the longest time, and they are stepping up to the LPL first seed that we all expected to be tournament favorites. Junja's ulti hits backline. Somehow the Weaver's wall's on Elk. They got the bot side.
It's deep.
I mean, you might have set it up, you're right, but they turn instead. The cease and desist runs on in. Elk doesn't have the ulti burner before Arja behind enemy lines. Elk's been abandoned. Knight may have saved the play though. Arja separates us. Now for PSG, you can see Woody and Maple's damage can't be underestimated. Elk is down and Bin's now only coming in late. The final hour for this Vayne as Arja's still switching up. Watch Bin, the man we didn't talk about the whole game, is cleaning it up. Onto Maple, he kites away. PSG still has the member advantage, but On and Bin are running for their lives.
They're trying desperately to get away. Judges to follow the ult. Hit Bin.
On up, but onto Bin, they can't finish the job. The poke's not there. Maple can't get in range.
The ultimate to come up from Woody. They're just trying to chase them down to buy a little bit of time. The clock is ticking.
They're slowed on down. The vision gained as well. Who's Woody gonna hit? Flashing forward. Bin tries to outplay, gets one, but down he goes. PSG with another.
When BLG needs you most, stepped up like you have in the LPL. Step up on the international stage.
Trying On's caught out though. On's caught out. The Rakan's caught out. He's down. PSG have found a crucial pick leading into this game for us. Knight takes the Emperor's Divine, or rather, the ulti's there. He's disengaged on as he goes golden. I mean, Knight hasn't found the window. He's caught up. PSG are dropping them like flies. Elk and Ben now getting disintegrated. And man, the PCS is alive!
Single game against the LPL first seed. And when they were doubted most, they push us the furthest distance possible.
We all asked the question, who is the unknown? Who knew all along while taking us to a game number 5 that PSG are the unknown at MSI for 2024. Silver Scrapes, here we come.
We'll give you a lane to play around. Yes, you can play for late game fights.
All right.
But this is something where even if you give that attention topside, I think it's just going to be a farm fest. And now you're opening up a opportunity for the pushing bot lane, the media play up towards this top pit. Maybe here just to help push this in, but if Asha overextends like this,
could be a bait. You're right. Archer running forward, still without that level 5. How close is the level up? The pushback as Shun is now here. Mark not on this Udyr, but he's going to have 1-2 of a knock through. It's a first blood for the Kindred.
And help catch Shun up in that endeavor. Of course, is very happy getting the first blood bonus money too, to that Quiver. Quiver's such a good early component item there. And he's able to all 3 grubs for BLG with Knight roaming in.
2v2, what's going to happen? I mean, Knight here with the Tangle Barbs, it misses, but the Pop Blossom comes down. It might be a bit of a ruse. Junja doesn't have that reset or that Heartbreaker. They've run in deep, and now going forward, Shun almost takes out the enemy jungler. PSG running for their lives. They don't respect Knight, and they get punished for it.
They certainly do. That was a massive punish.
Only getting plates topside, then grubs. Now bot Dragon as well. The early game map is complete. The gold is actually in Shun's favor with the early kill. It's almost a 2K gold lead here with BLG stacking objectives as we talked about before.
And now
Shun's coming top. He hasn't marked Arja, so maybe not giving it away, but the all-out's already been used, and Shun has the mounting dread. 1, 2, and 3 is all it will take. He's running for his life, but Shun has to flash away. Still
grubs here for BLG.
For a Kindred.
They run Junjia out, barely escaping with his life, but the objective's going over. I don't think they should be able to steal any even with the cooldown there for Smite. Everybody from BLG coming over. Knight clears out the ward.
But now you got Betty and Aja completely isolated. Aja spotted. He'll make it back towards the tower, but you can move Shun up here. You can look to try and take a lock
Down this PSG duo.
There's
Hang on,
the
TP. Says Jake, shut up, and I agree. Let's go. On to Betty, under turret. He flashes away. It's TP response. He's out of there, saved as Woody does the same thing, but Betty's just dead. All of a sudden, as Tamken spits out that weird bear, Maple has to run for his life. We look to the right side. The range is there. The flash. Elgon Virus. Pop Blossom as well. And BLG to game 5 are back. They bring the aggression on dives to the turret, and now Woody's up next. No Tangle Bath for you, but BLG are firing in the early game. They will take no more of PSG's gold lead, and a Kindred on the horizon. It's looking real good for BLG to maintain their respect here in this series after PSG pushed them so far.
Yeah, they locked in. They're going to be able to get bottom tower in addition to all of the neutral objectives and steal away a marked Gromp here for Kindred. Dangerous.
Steal. Okay. That's something. Can he get out? Heartbreaker just...
Dragon, do you care about a Chemtech Soul? Can PSG just look to huddle under tower? BLG say no.
Shun just there to punish. I mean, Shun might have to get on out. He's smited down to be slowed on. Down there's the Lamb's respite. Ennett at the edge. He's going to get the heal and then run away. He flashes him back as well. The center ulti there, but nice! Rolls on in and says no more of it. PSG are taken down. Damage too great. Shun helps with this turret. 6 grubs. That's how fast it pushes down. Lighting it out. But Junja runs for his life while all the damage and poke from BLG just can't be negated.
PSG had to run for the hills, so BLG take the fortress instead. And now they're moving on towards the next one. Those 6 Void Grubs are going to do so much work.
What resilience PSG has shown, but this game 5, Silver Scrapes to the stomp. One that Knight is taking so easily. The run forward with the Pop Blossom is easy as that. The center ulti ain't at the point yet.
This series, fun and interesting. But BLG are fully locked in now. They countered the attempted play from Maple from PSG over the wall, and then they took 3 objectives from them.
Arrow comes out, and it can't be buffered, and Knight's there. Look at the CC chain. Heartbreaker can't buffer. I don't think so. At 2K now, Maple runs forward, Blast Cone there, but Smite as easy as that. Archer walks into his death. Make it 11. It's a stop.
These games, the Railing Sol looked fantastic. He had his moment throughout this, but no more will BLG be put down. They want to make sure that they continue on the upper side of the brackets.
You said it before, but Shun Kindred, they made him angry. And he has been unleashed this game. The kill's on top side early, but BLG, I mean, it's 21 minutes in the game. They're already knocking on the front door.
This turret soon to fall as well. I mean, the extra range from Shun helps out, but the minions are doing it for them. You can see Bin is guiding a wave in the bot side as well, and PSG still don't have Woody up for another 5 seconds, so as they go to receive that bottom wave, that was carried in now by Knight and Bin, the mid inhibitor just drops on down. A bottom turret now getting poked as well. What do they do? They just stand there and watch. The range is too much to deal with.
It's a horror show.
Look at Bin. He just runs in, 3-man flip. There's a good flip back, but Elgas flash again. The range comes into question. No reset. And Betty now at half HP. Arja walks in as well as Knight. Zones him away. Gentlemen, the arrow flies through. I mean, BLG are just cleaning house. There's Knight again. In style, the golden left hand lands it all. Back in action as Lamb's respite comes through. The minions doing their work on Nexus turrets. And I don't know if this is going to be the end.
I don't think you can end just yet. PSG are still going to be coming out of the base. They have the defender's advantage in health bars, but towers are falling. How happy will BLG be?
On the fountain healing there, Betty actually is able to survive, and that's how they're able to fight him off.
Betty said, now do we want to question if the series is going to end here again? 30 seconds, BLG are running through mid with 1 second left of Baron.
All right.
I can't believe.
I think it's a goner.
I just can't believe it ends like this. I don't think people at home can believe it as well. PSG were blasted out of the water. BLG asked for respect on their name again. Arja dead for the 7th time on this Udi. It's a great ult from Maple, but they don't have the damage. They're so far behind. Junja, even with the reset, going to get sent on up. He can't stop that damage, and BLG, they were tested, but they still get it over the line. In a game fight, they push through, and they find their footing at MSI. However dicey, it was in the end.